Ever stare at a job description for a specialized role and just think, I don't have the formal experience they want? Well, stick around for the next few minutes because we're going to show you how to unlock the hidden power of the experience you already have and absolutely ace that interview. So, does this sound familiar? You find the perfect job opening, but it's loaded with phrases like formal training required or proven leadership track record, and immediately that little voice in your head starts up, whispering that you're just not qualified. It's such a common feeling, especially when you're trying to take that next big step in your career. But what if I told you that you're sitting on a goldmine of totally relevant experience right now? See, the key isn't about frantically trying to get more experience. It's about learning how to talk about the stuff you've already done in a really powerful way. And that's exactly what we're going to break down together. Okay, let's dive into our first big rule, and honestly, this one's a game changer. You have way more experience than you give yourself credit for. Seriously, some of the most valuable skill-building moments don't happen in a classroom. They happen in the day-to-day grind of the work you're already doing. And this is exactly how it works. Your everyday actions are what hiring managers are really looking for. You know that bedside teaching you do on the fly? To them, that's mentorship potential. That time you helped a junior colleague figure something out, that's teamwork and amazing communication. These aren't just little things. They are literally the core skills that get people hired. So here's the trick. Don't just say, oh yeah, I've done some bedside teaching. No, you need to explain what you learned from it, and this is the most important part, how you're going to build on that experience to help their team. You're showing them you're not just a list of past accomplishments. You're a future asset who's ready to grow with them. All right, now that you know how to frame your past, let's talk about tailoring it to the job right in front of you. This brings us to rule number 2, the 10-minute research rule. It's such a small investment of your time, but believe me, the payoff is huge. Before you walk into that interview, just take 10 minutes. That's it. A quick Google search for the company's name plus words like curriculum or values can give you some amazing talking points. Then hop over to social media or LinkedIn and see what current team members are posting about. It gives you a real feel for the culture. And listen, the goal here is not to become a walking encyclopedia on their company. You just need to show you cared enough to do a little homework. Just being able to drop in a comment like, I saw your program focuses on 3rd and 4th year students, and I find that transition period really fascinating. Boom, you've immediately shown you're invested, and that sets you apart from the crowd. Okay, on to our third rule. This one's all about tackling those tricky scenario questions. You know the ones. They're not about your technical skills, they're about how you handle tough human situations. So let's imagine this classic scenario. The interviewer asks you this question. Your gut reaction might be to jump straight to the rules or disciplinary actions. But hold on, there's a much better way to answer this that shows you have real leadership skills and emotional intelligence. Here's the winning framework. Step 1, and this is non-negotiable. Lead with empathy. Your first move should always be to find out what's going on with the person, without any judgment. Then you talk to them privately, not to lecture them, but to offer support. And finally, this part is critical. You mention connecting them to the proper support systems, like a well-being team or other resources.
See what that answer does? It shows you can do 2 things at once. You care about the individual, but you also respect and know how to use the system that's in place. You're not trying to be some lone hero. You're a collaborative problem solver who uses the tools available. That is exactly what they're looking for.
So we've covered some awesome, practical rules. But now I want to share the most powerful, kind of counterintuitive secret I've come across. This is the one thing that separates the good candidates from the ones who get the offer. Just think about a normal interview for a second. Most people go in there with one mission: to prove how smart they are, to show off what they can do, to push their own agenda. It's all about broadcasting their own skills. But the absolute best candidates, they flip that script completely. This quote just nails it. A truly great interview is not a performance where you talk about yourself. It's a conversation where you prove that you understand their problems, their goals, and what they need. It's about getting their side of the story first. So here it is, the big mindset shift. Stop thinking, here's what I'm good at. Start thinking, here's how my skills can deliver exactly what you need. Instead of just saying, I'm a great public speaker, try something like, I noticed your team presents at a lot of conferences. My experience making complex ideas engaging for an audience could really help make those presentations shine. You see, you're not just a candidate anymore. You're a partner, a solution to their problem. All right, as we bring this all home, let's boil it down to the key takeaways you can bring with you to that next big interview. Let's lock these 4 rules in. 1. Reframe your informal, everyday experience into the valuable skills they actually are. 2. Prove you're interested with just 10 minutes of smart research. 3. When they hit you with those human questions, lead with empathy, then follow with structure. And finally, the big secret. Uncover their agenda, don't just push your own. If you put these rules into practice, I promise you, you will walk into that next interview with a totally different level of confidence. Now, I want to hear from you. What's the absolute best piece of interview advice you've ever gotten? Share it in the comments below. Let's create a great resource for everyone here. And of course, if this was helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more explainers just like this one.